Have you ever felt lonely, even surrounded by people? That longing for real connection is universal. We all crave friendships that go beyond the surface. Someone who truly understands, supports, and celebrates us. This desire is part of being human, woven into our very nature. The best moments in life are often shared with friends, laughter, comfort, and encouragement. What if the greatest friend we could ever imagine not only understands this longing, but shows us how to fulfill it? Jesus Christ lived out the blueprint for true friendship. As we explore his teachings, prepare to see friendship through a new, transformative lens. We often see Jesus portrayed in many different roles, each revealing a unique facet of his character. He's often depicted as a teacher, a wise sage imparting profound truths to eager listeners. We envision him surrounded by crowds, hanging on his every word, absorbing the wisdom that flowed from his lips, or as a healer, a compassionate figure extending his hands to mend the broken and alleviate suffering. We see images of him surrounded by the sick and infirm, offering solace and restoration with a gentle touch. His healing miracles are a testament to his boundless empathy and power. But beyond these prominent roles, he was also a true companion. He wasn't just a figure to be revered from afar, but someone who walked alongside people sharing their joys and burdens. He understood the importance of genuine connection and the power of presence. He stepped into people's lives, not as a distant observer, but as an active participant. He crossed social barriers, entering homes and hearts with equal ease. He showed us that true ministry involves genuine engagement and a willingness to meet people where they are. Calling them not just followers or mere adherents to a set of beliefs, he invited them into a deeper relationship, one built on trust, mutual respect, and shared purpose. He sought to cultivate a community of individuals united by love and a common mission, but friends. He valued friendship as a cornerstone of his ministry, recognizing its transformative power to inspire, encourage, and uplift. He understood that true discipleship flourishes in the context of authentic relationships. Jesus chose to live in community, deliberately surrounding himself with a close-knit group of individuals. He understood that we are not meant to walk this journey alone, but rather to support and encourage one another along the way. Sharing daily life with his disciples, the mundane and the extraordinary, the joys and the sorrows, he demonstrated that true connection is forged in the crucible of shared experiences, in the simple act of breaking bread together and navigating the challenges of life side by side. Not as distant students, separated by the chasm of authority and formality, he eschewed the traditional teacher-student dynamic, opting instead for a more intimate and egalitarian approach. But as close friends, equals who learned from one another, challenged one another, and supported one another's growth. He fostered an environment of openness and vulnerability, where genuine connection could flourish. They ate, sharing meals and stories around the table, fostering a sense of belonging and camaraderie. These moments of shared nourishment were not merely about physical sustenance, but also about spiritual and emotional connection. Traveled and faced challenges together, navigating the dusty roads of Galilee and confronting the storms of life as a unified team. They learned to rely on one another, to lean on one another's strengths, and to weather the trials that inevitably came their way. Learning by his side, absorbing his wisdom not just through formal teachings, but through observing his actions and emulating his character. They witnessed firsthand how to live a life of love, compassion, and service. He invested in them, pouring his time, energy, and resources into their development. He recognized their potential and was committed to helping them become the best versions of themselves, saw their potential, even when they couldn't see it themselves. He believed in their ability to make a difference in the world, and he instilled in them a sense of purpose and confidence, and patiently guided them through mistakes, offering forgiveness, correction, and unwavering support. He understood that growth is a process, and that setbacks are inevitable. He never gave up on them, even when they stumbled. Jesus wasn't looking for fans. He wasn't interested in building a large following of passive admirers. He sought something far more profound and enduring. He wanted friends, genuine companions who would share his vision, embrace his values, and carry on his work long after he was gone. Who would carry his message of love, not just through words, but through actions, through the way they lived their lives and interacted with others. He sought to empower them to become agents of change in the world. His ministry was about sharing life, about entering into the messiness and beauty of human existence with authenticity and vulnerability. Not just sermons, he knew that words alone were not enough. He understood that true transformation comes through lived experience, through the power of example, and through the bonds of genuine connection, modeling active, engaged, and authentic friendship. He showed us that true leadership is not about wielding power, but about empowering others, about fostering a sense of belonging, and about creating a community where everyone feels valued and supported. His example shows us that true connection, the kind that transforms lives and changes the world, starts with sharing ourselves, with opening our hearts, with being vulnerable, and with allowing others to see us as we truly are. Just as he did, offering his friendship freely and unconditionally, inviting us to join him on a journey of love, service, and transformation. Jesus, a figure who drew immense crowds wherever he went, touched countless lives with his teachings and miracles. Yet amidst this vast sea of followers, he intentionally cultivated a smaller, more intimate circle. Among many followers, Jesus formed a close circle, a group of individuals with whom he shared a unique bond. This inner circle was not based on status or power, but on a shared commitment to learning and growing in faith. He saw potential in each of them, a potential that he nurtured through shared experiences and profound conversations. This select group consisted of the 12 disciples, men chosen from various walks of life, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. They were fishermen, tax collectors, and zealots, a diverse group united by their willingness to follow Jesus. He called them to leave behind their former lives and embark on a journey of discipleship, a journey that would transform them and ultimately change the world. They were his closest companions, his students, and his friends. And even within them, a smaller, more intimate group existed, a trio of disciples who were privy to some of Jesus' most profound moments and teachings. This inner circle within the inner circle experienced a level of closeness and trust that set them apart. They were witnesses to his miracles, his transfiguration, and his agony in the Garden of Gethsemane. Peter, a bold and impetuous fisherman, often acted as the spokesperson for the group. He was known for his unwavering faith, but also for his moments of doubt and denial. James, the brother of John, was known for his fiery spirit and unwavering loyalty. He was among the first disciples called by Jesus and remained steadfast in his commitment. And John, the disciple whom Jesus loved, was known for his deep spiritual insight and his tender heart. He was a close confidant of Jesus and a witness to many of his most intimate moments. He invited these friends into his most profound moments, sharing with them the depths of his heart and the weight of his mission. He allowed them to witness his struggles, his joys, and his unwavering commitment to his Father's will. In doing so, he was showing us the value of deep, trusted relationships built on vulnerability, honesty, and mutual respect. He demonstrated the importance of having companions who can support us, challenge us, and walk alongside us on our journey. They shared daily life, the mundane and the extraordinary, the joys and the sorrows. Meals, shared around a humble table, became opportunities for fellowship and teaching. Travels across dusty roads and turbulent waters tested their endurance and strengthened their bonds. Late-night talks under the starlit sky allowed for deeper reflection and the sharing of personal struggles. And even their fears and hopes, their doubts and dreams, were laid bare in the safety of their shared community. Jesus knew their flaws, their imperfections, and their human limitations, but chose them anyway, not because of who they were, but because of who they could become. Seeing who they could become, he invested in their potential, nurturing their gifts, and challenging their weaknesses. He entrusted them with his mission, empowering them to preach the gospel and heal the sick. Believing in them, even when they stumbled, he offered forgiveness, guidance, and unwavering support. Their friendship faced misunderstandings, disagreements, and moments of tension, and even betrayal, the ultimate test of loyalty and forgiveness. But Jesus' commitment never wavered. His love remained steadfast, and his forgiveness knew no bounds. He taught, imparting wisdom and knowledge, corrected, offering gentle guidance and constructive criticism, and forgave, demonstrating the transformative power of grace and redemption, modeling resilient, steadfast love, a love that endures through trials and triumphs, a love that never gives up. True friendship, as Jesus showed, is not about perfection, but about presence. It is about loyalty, a commitment to stand by one another through thick and thin, growth, a willingness to learn and evolve together, an unwavering support through every storm, a refuge in times of trouble, and a celebration in times of joy. It's a bond that reflects the very heart of God. In the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verse 13, we find a powerful statement about the very essence of love and friendship. It's a verse that has resonated through centuries, challenging us to consider the true meaning of devotion and sacrifice. Let's delve into these words and explore the profound implications they hold for our relationships and our understanding of what it means to be a friend. Jesus says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." This isn't just a nice sentiment, it's a radical call to action. It speaks of a love that transcends mere affection or shared interests. It's a love that is willing to give everything, even life itself, for the sake of another. What does it truly mean to lay down one's life? It's a question worth pondering. He set the ultimate standard for friendship, sacrificial love. This is the pinnacle of what it means to be a true friend. It's not about what we can get, but what we are willing to give. It's about putting the needs and well-being of our friends above our own, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. Jesus lived this out, giving his life for all, demonstrating the ultimate act of sacrificial love on the cross. He didn't just preach about it, he embodied it completely. His sacrifice is the ultimate example of what it means to lay down one's life for others, but also showing us that true friendship means putting others first in daily life. It's about prioritizing their needs, offering support, and being there for them through thick and thin. It's about showing empathy, understanding, and compassion in every interaction. Sacrifice isn't always dramatic, it doesn't always involve grand gestures or heroic acts. It's found in small acts, the everyday choices we make to show our friends that we care. Listening, truly listening, without interrupting or judging. Helping, offering a hand when they're struggling, even if it's inconvenient, or speaking truth when it's hard, even if it means risking discomfort or disagreement. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is to offer honest feedback, even when it's difficult to hear. Jesus redefined friendship as a profound commitment, a bond that goes beyond shared interests and casual encounters. Not just a casual bond, but a deep and abiding connection built on trust, respect, and unwavering support. It's a relationship that weathers the storms of life and emerges stronger on the other side. He didn't just speak these words, he lived them, demonstrating humility and service in every action, making sacrificial love the gold standard of friendship, a benchmark for how we should treat those closest to us. It's a love that is precious, valuable, and enduring. This is the depth of connection he invites us to pursue, a love that is transformative, life-giving, and ultimately reflects the very heart of God. It's an invitation to experience friendship in its fullest and most meaningful form. Jesus didn't just talk about friendship, he lived it. He washed his disciples' feet, serving them with humility and love. He welcomed outcasts, offering acceptance and belonging to those rejected by society. Jesus showed deep compassion, weeping with friends and comforting the hurting. He prayed for his friends, desiring their protection and growth. His actions, serving, accepting, empathizing, and praying, paint a vivid picture of true friendship. Jesus' example calls us to serve and care for others, no matter their status or our own comfort. His life is a masterclass in authentic, selfless friendship. One of Jesus' greatest lessons on friendship is the power of presence. He was with his friends, walking, eating, and sharing life, building trust and belonging. In a distracted world, his example reminds us that being truly present, listening, engaging, and caring matters most. Jesus gave people his full attention, making them feel seen and valued. Presence isn't about grand gestures, but about showing up, even in silence, when someone needs you. Relationships thrive on shared experiences and consistent connection. By being present, we offer a priceless gift, just as Jesus did. Jesus modeled the courage to speak truth, always wrapped in love. He corrected his friends when needed, not to condemn, but to help them grow. True friendship sometimes means saying hard things for the other's good. Jesus balanced honesty with compassion, showing that truth and love must go hand in hand. We're called to examine our motives, choose our words carefully, and speak with humility. When truth is spoken in love, it becomes a powerful act of care, helping friends become their best selves. Even the closest friendships face hurt and disappointment. Jesus' friends doubted, denied, and betrayed him, yet he responded with forgiveness and restoration. He sought out Peter after his denial, offering grace instead of condemnation. Forgiveness isn't about ignoring the hurt, but choosing to let go and move forward. Jesus showed that forgiveness heals, restores, and strengthens relationships. True friendship is resilient, offering second chances and believing in the possibility of change. Forgiveness is the cornerstone of friendships that last. Jesus' life reveals a friendship built on sacrifice, presence, honesty, and forgiveness. These aren't just ancient ideals, they're essential for meaningful relationships today. In a world of shallow connections, Jesus' model calls us to deeper, more selfless friendships. He offers not just an example, but the power to live it out through a relationship with Him. His love transforms us, enabling us to love others as He loves us. Embracing His way enriches our lives and makes us beacons of hope in a lonely world. Jesus' friendship is a gift, one that invites us to love, serve, and forgive as He did.